There's a stark difference between women who are respected and valued and those who constantly struggle for recognition. And it has absolutely nothing to do with appearance, money, or social status. It has everything to do with something much deeper that happens internally first. If you're tired of giving so much of yourself and receiving so little in return, if you're exhausted from trying to prove your worth to people who shouldn't even be in your life, then you need to hear this. Because today, we're going to talk about how to become a truly high-value woman in 2026, based on the revolutionary teachings of Mel Robbins. And look, I'm going to be very direct with you from the start. Being a high-value woman has nothing to do with games, manipulation, or pretending to be someone you're not. In fact, it's exactly the opposite. It's about finding that inner clarity so solid that you stop negotiating the basics of life. It's about developing such a mature emotional posture that the people around you naturally begin to treat you with more respect, without you having to beg for it. Mel Robbins always says that high-value women don't wait for recognition. They take a stand. And that difference is fundamental. If this is already resonating with you, if you feel ready for this internal shift, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, because this video is about real transformation from the inside out. Now, before we delve into the practical pillars, I need to show you the most common mistake that prevents most women from reaching this level of personal value. And you've probably done it without realizing it. The big mistake is confusing value with excessive effort. It's thinking that the more you give, the more you're worth. The more you explain yourself, the more you'll be understood. The more you give in, the more you'll be loved. And that's a devastating emotional trap. I'm going to tell you a truth that might hurt at first, but it will set you free later. The more you abandon yourself to be accepted, the less value you transmit. It's an implacable emotional law. When you constantly bend, justify yourself, accept crumbs, and still say thank you, you're signaling to the world that you don't value yourself. Mel Robbins is categorical about this. She says that high value begins when you stop negotiating the basics. And what are the basics? Respect, consistency, consideration, reciprocity. These things are not luxuries. They are fundamental emotional needs. Think about it. When you meet someone who clearly values themselves, who has defined boundaries, who doesn't accept just any treatment, what is your reaction? You automatically feel more respect for that person. It's instinctive. It's basic human psychology. So tell me in the comments now, right down below, I choose respect, because that decision, when it's real, completely changes your stance in life. And when your stance changes, everything around you changes too. Now let's move on to the first fundamental pillar to becoming a high-value woman. And this pillar is absolutely non-negotiable if you want to be taken seriously in life. Emotional clarity and self-control. High-value women don't react impulsively. They observe, pause, and consciously choose how to respond. And look, that's not coldness. That's not being robotic or insensitive. That's emotional maturity in its purest form. You know that moment when someone says something that hurts you and you feel that immediate urge to retaliate, to defend yourself, to prove the person wrong? The low-value woman acts on that emotion immediately. She explodes, argues, tries to convince, justifies herself. The high-value woman does differently. She feels the same emotion, recognizes that she was hurt, but she doesn't let that emotion direct her actions. She stops, breathes, processes, and then choose the smartest response for that situation. Mel Robbins always emphasizes that pausing is power. Those who react lose control of the situation. Those who consciously choose how to act are leading the interaction. And do you know the practical result of that? When you stop reacting emotionally to everything, people start to respect you more. They realize they can't easily destabilize you, that you're not available for any kind of drama. And this automatically elevates how they see you. Imagine someone tries to provoke you with a malicious comment. Instead of engaging in their game, you simply look, process, and calmly respond. Interesting perspective, and change the subject. Or you don't even respond and simply walk away. What message are you sending? That you're not available for that kind of energy. That's self-control in action. And self-control is one of the greatest demonstrations of personal strength that exist. But be aware, emotional control doesn't mean suppressing your emotions. It means not letting them control you. You feel, you acknowledge, but you act intelligently, not impulsively. The second fundamental pillar: clear and silent boundaries. And this is where many women stumble, because they think boundaries are about yelling, threatening, or making a scene. A high-value woman doesn't threaten. She doesn't beg. She doesn't dramatize. She simply acts differently. And her actions speak much louder than any words. How does this work in practice? She reduces access to those who don't value her. She protects her time as if it were gold. She ends conversations that don't respect her. And all this without lengthy explanations or justifications. Mel Robbins teaches that effective boundaries don't need elaborate speeches. They need consistency. It's the repetition of the action that teaches people how to treat you. For example, you have a friend who is always late for dates, making you wait. The low-value woman gets angry, complains, begs him to change, but continues to wait every time. The high-value woman does differently. She sets an internal boundary. I'll wait 15 minutes. After that, I'm leaving. And when the guy arrives 20 minutes late and she's already gone, he'll learn something important about how much she values herself. Next time, he'll probably think twice before being late. See the difference? No drama, no fight, no long explanation, just consistent action that demonstrates self-worth. This works in romantic relationships too. If someone treats you badly, you don't need to give a speech about how it hurts you. You simply become less available to that person. Respond less, go out less, invest less energy. The person's behavior doesn't change immediately. You continue to reduce access. Because a high-value woman understands that she teaches people how to treat her through her actions, not her words. And look, this may seem cold at first, but it's actually applied self-love. It's you saying to yourself, I deserve to be treated with respect, and I will only accept that. Third pillar, emotional independence. And here, I need to make one thing very clear. You don't need to be tough to be strong. You don't need to become a cold or insensitive person. You need to be emotionally whole. What's the difference? The emotionally dependent woman lives on the basis of neediness. She needs constant validation. She needs messages all the time to feel loved. She needs approval to make decisions. She needs attention to feel valuable. The emotionally independent woman enjoys company but doesn't live in neediness. She appreciates when she receives affection, but doesn't crumble when she doesn't. She values opinions, but doesn't depend on them to know what to do. Mel Robbins always teaches that when you are emotionally self-sufficient, you choose better who stays in your life, because you are not operating from a place of desperation. You are operating from a place of inner abundance. How do you develop this emotional independence? First, stop seeking external validation for internal issues. If you're insecure about something, work on that insecurity within yourself. Don't go around asking everyone if you're beautiful, intelligent, or capable. Second, develop a solid relationship with yourself. Learn to enjoy your own company. Have hobbies that fulfill you. Have goals that motivate you regardless of whether you have someone by your side or not. Third, stop outsourcing your happiness. Your joy cannot depend on someone else's mood. Your well-being cannot depend on receiving messages from someone. Your self-esteem cannot depend on external praise. When you develop this emotional independence, something magical happens. You stop attracting people who want to take advantage of your neediness. And you start attracting people who admire your wholeness, because there's something many people don't understand. Healthy people are attracted to other healthy people. Needy people attract people who want to take advantage of that neediness. So when you become emotionally independent, the level of the people around you automatically improves, because you are no longer available for immature emotional games. And now I want to show you what really changes when you start applying these pillars to your life, because the transformation is very concrete. First, shallow relationships begin to naturally drift away. You know those superficial friendships where you always gave more than you received? They disappear. And that's not loss, it's cleansing. Second, respect increases drastically. People start seeking your opinion. They include you in important decisions. They treat you like someone whose presence carries weight. Third, your physical presence changes. You enter environments with a different energy, calmer, more centered, more confident, and people feel that immediately. Fourth, you stop attracting drama. Problematic people simply can no longer involve you in conflicts because you are not available for that kind of energy. And all this happens not because you are demanding or forcing anything, but because you don't accept less than you deserve. It's an internal change that is reflected externally. You know what's most interesting? When you truly incorporate these pillars, you stop needing to consciously think about them. They become automatic. You simply act like a person who values themselves because that's what you've become. Tell me in the comments, right, I stand up for myself, because this commitment to yourself is what will strengthen this entire transformation we are building. And look, I know it may seem scary at first, especially if you've always been the type to please everyone, to avoid conflict, to accept any treatment so as not to be alone. But I need to tell you something. This version of you that always gave in, always explained yourself, always accepted less, where did it lead you? Did it bring you the happiness you wanted, the respect you deserved, the relationships that fulfilled you? Probably not, right? So maybe it's time to try a different approach. And there's another important point. When you become a high-value woman, some people will accuse you of having changed, of being arrogant, of being difficult. Let me prepare you for that. These people are right. You have changed. You stopped accepting emotional crumbs. You stopped diminishing yourself to fit into the wrong places. You stopped negotiating your basic worth. And if that bothers someone, it's because that person benefited from your lack of boundaries. If someone complains that you've become more demanding, it's because before they treated you badly and you accepted it. So when someone says you've changed, you can simply answer, "That's true. I've grown." And you don't need to justify yourself further. Because being a high-value woman in 2026 isn't about becoming someone you're not. It's about stopping diminishing yourself to fit into the wrong places. It's about finally allowing your true essence to emerge without filters or unnecessary concessions. Mel Robbins teaches that personal value isn't proven, it's sustained. You don't need to convince anyone of your worth. You just need to consistently act like someone who already knows their worth. And when you stand by who you truly are, when you stop negotiating with yourself, when you establish and maintain healthy boundaries, the world around you naturally responds differently. People begin to see you as someone who deserves respect because you respect yourself. They begin to value you because you value yourself. They begin to treat you well because you don't accept being treated badly. This isn't arrogance. This isn't being difficult. This is emotional maturity in action. It's you recognizing that you teach people how to treat you through how you allow yourself to be treated. And you know what the most liberating part of all this is? When you truly embody this attitude, you stop worrying so much about what others think or do. Because you are so centered on your own worth that external validation becomes a bonus, not a necessity. You stop anxiously waiting for a reply. You stop questioning whether you're being annoying by having boundaries. You stop feeling guilty for saying no. You stop diminishing yourself so as not to intimidate anyone. And instead, you develop a deep inner peace, a silent confidence, a presence that communicates value without needing to say a word about it. So if you've made it this far, if you've truly absorbed this information, I want you to make a decision right now. From today onward, you're going to stop negotiating the basics. You're going to stop accepting less than you deserve. You're going to start acting like someone who knows exactly their worth. It won't be easy at first. You might feel guilty. You might think you're being selfish. You might be afraid of losing people. But remember what I said at the beginning. The people you'll lose are exactly those who benefited from your lack of boundaries. And in their place, you'll attract people who truly value you, who respect your boundaries, who contribute positively to your life, who see you as the high-value woman you truly are. Because you've always been valuable. The difference is that now, you'll finally act as if you know it.